Oh, hey! Today I've got a quad and hip flexor foam rolling routine for you. This would pair excellent with any of my other foam rolling videos. All you're gonna need for today's routine is a foam roller. My preference is this smaller foam roller with ridges. You can use a longer foam roller, a smooth foam roller. The only thing you need to watch out for is that your foam roller doesn't have any give to it. It needs to be rigid and it needs to hold its shape. We're gonna start our routine on our knees. We're gonna do just a quick little quad stretch. I'm gonna put a blanket between my glutes and my ankles, and then we're going to reach back, just like so, to really open up the quads, open up the hips. If you don't need the blanket, that's just fine, or any other quad stretch you wanna do. We're just gonna send a little bit of love to the quads before we even start. Go ahead and take a deep inhale here. And exhale. Deep inhale. All right, we're gonna go straight into foam rolling our quads and our hip flexors. This is gonna be excellent if you have low back pain or if you're sitting at a desk all day where you're in that hip flexion. This is gonna be fantastic for you. So what is foam rolling? Foam rolling is going to be targeting fascia, which is the connective tissue that covers your muscles and other various parts of your body. So if that fascia gets bound up and it gets tight, and it's covering the muscle, it's not going to allow the muscle to move very smoothly, okay? So by pushing that foam roller or applying pressure with the foam roller, we're going to be targeting that fascia and helping it soften, okay? Over time, it's going to soften and relax, and that's going to help those muscles to be able to move more freely, more effectively, and efficiently. It's also going to help blood flow to get to the area as well, okay? I find foam rolling to be a little bit uncomfortable. You probably will too, but stick with me. It gets better over time. The juice is worth the squeeze, promise. We're gonna start laying on our bellies. I typically like to go from lower on the limb up, but I find with the quads and hip flexors, for some reason, I like to start at the hip and work down. That's my personal preference, okay? I'll start with the left side so you can see me well. My right knee is going to be bent out towards the edge of my mat. Okay, I've got my weight on my left elbow here, and then we're going to put the foam roller right underneath the hip flexor. So find that bony part of your hip and then move down roughly an inch until you feel that soft part of your hip. You may even need to angle your body out just slightly. I promise you'll know when you find it. For most people, the hip flexors are pretty darn sensitive, okay? For me, this is plenty of pressure. If you need more pressure, you can bring your upper body closer to the ground. That's going to apply more downward pressure to that hip flexor, okay? So find what's comfortable for you. Lean to the left even more if you need to. And then once you feel that good resistance, we'll go ahead and we'll just hold here for 3 cycles of breath. All right, from here, before we move down on the quad, I'm gonna angle out even just the tiniest bit further. I'm talking like 1/4 to 1/2 of an inch that I'm rolling my body to the left and into that foam roller. Again, we've got weight in the elbow and into the forearm. So find a good little spicy spot for you, and then we'll hold again for 3 cycles of breath. If you find you've got tension in your quad, you need to back the pressure off a little bit, meaning you need to push upward just a little bit, taking some of that downward pressure out of the movement. Okay, perfect. From here, we're going to bring our body back to a more neutral position where we are looking flat at the floor, shoulders are directly towards the floor. And then we're gonna move the foam roller down 1 to 2 inches. So we're in the meatier part of the quad now. From here, I like to do this rocking motion, just a gentle rock up and down on the quad. I don't find I go side to side with the quad very much. The quads are a pretty ropey muscle, so I just go up and down, just moving roughly an inch here, making sure you're breathing the entire time. Finding this is a lot of pressure on my left shoulder today, so I'm gonna go ahead and bring my right shoulder down as well. All right, from here, as you feel that muscle start to soften a little bit, we'll move that foam roller down another inch or two. For me, the closer I get to the center of my quads, the more uncomfortable it is, as well as up high in that hip flexor. You'll find the certain points that just feel like a lot for you, and that's okay. From here, we'll move the foam roller down 1 to 2 inches. So you're a couple inches above the knee. I don't go too close to the knee. I don't find it super necessary, but you're welcome to go as far down as you'd like. Just make sure you're not foam rolling on your actual kneecap or your knee in general. And I can feel as I get closer to my knee that it's pretty tight and tense. So I am gonna move down just one more time. So I am about an inch above my knee. Woo, that feels like a lot for me today. So I'm actually gonna push up on my left hand. That's gonna take some of that pressure off. Awesome. I find that these micro movements are going to be the easiest. There are people out there that definitely try to foam roll like this, the entire muscle at once. I cannot. My brain like freaks out. So I like to do, hello, Spooks. I like to do those micro movements rather than trying to roll the entire muscle length. That's just easier for me mentally. Find what works for you. So we just did the left side. Now we'll move over to the right side. I'm gonna stay facing the same direction so you can see the opposite angle here. So we're gonna go ahead and bend the left knee to the edge of our mat. Hip comes down to the foam roller. We are roughly an inch below that bony part of the hip here. Wherever you start to feel a little bit of spice, okay? And then I am angled out to the right side. And then we're just gonna rock. I don't think I rocked on the other side. I didn't need to. If you're here and this feels like plenty of pressure, don't worry about moving. I can handle a little more pressure on this side, so I'm gonna rock just a little bit. Awesome. When you're ready, we're gonna go ahead and angle a little bit further to the right side of the body. Again, we're not on the hip bone, we're a few inches below, and then we have got our body, right side of our body angled down to the edge of the mat. And I'm gonna go ahead and move again on this side. We'll be here for 3 cycles of breath. From here, our shoulders return to a neutral position, angled towards the floor, and then we're gonna move that foam roller down 1 to 2 inches so we are officially down into the meat of the quad muscle. I've got both elbows and forearms on the floor, and then I'm just gonna rock ever so slightly forward and back. If you need less pressure, go ahead and push. That gives me more pressure. The hands gives me more pressure. Let's see. If I needed less pressure, I'd go ahead and bring my knee in. Yep, that's what I would do. I would bring the knee in so that some of the pressure's in that left knee. You'll have to forgive me. We're learning here together. All right, go ahead and move that foam roller down 1 to 2 inches. Hello, Bjorn. Okay, you gotta lay down. You're super cute. Honestly, it's a dog's world and I'm just living in it. All right, we'll go ahead and move down 1 to 2 inches. Oh man, that is so spicy for me. Oh, okay. Make sure you're breathing. Maybe this is super easy for you. I hope it is. I find that foam rolling my quads is so humbling. Go ahead and move down 1 to 2 inches. Whenever you start to feel that dissipate a little bit, we'll go ahead and move down that last 1 to 2 inches. So we're just above the knee. I'm about an inch, inch and a half above my knee right now. And keep in mind, we're getting closer to the attachment of your quads here. And so it's going to feel potentially spicier. And that's totally normal, totally okay. All right, that does it for our foam rolling routine today. Thanks for joining me and Bernie and Spooks as well. I'll see you next time.